we weren't watching, those who do not love us with our original selves cleverly introduced a secret weapon which we call a nigger making machine. Yeah? All of a sudden, all of that conscious talk was corrupted or straight out replaced. Yeah? So the conscious rap and the conscious artists and the conscious words represented good fruit. Slowly, the damaged fruit, as you know, sometimes you go to the market, you get some good fruit, then the next week you go, they put the damaged ones there. Yeah. Or the unripened ones. They're unripened, particularly with plums. You'll get some beautiful plums one week. Oh, I'm going back for those. And they've switched them with some real bitter ones that look the same. So all of a sudden, the conscious was replaced. Public Enemy's Fight the Power was switched to NWA's F the Police. Wow. All of a sudden, yeah? We stopped singing Boys to Men, Jodeci, Silk, and all those so-called love songs, yeah? And we started to sing, I Need a Gangster Bitch. Wow. All of a sudden, it was a switch, Sisters came on singing about, I think it was MC Light, Gotta Have a Roughneck. What was all that about? Throw your guns in the air. All of a sudden, that's the switch. Those who were handling the product switched it on us in such a way, in such a gentle way that we didn't realize, or those who did realize didn't make up enough noise and didn't protest enough to put a stop on it.
So are you saying you're talking about the record producers and the record companies and things?
Not necessarily the record producers, because the record producers will produce what they're producing. But those who allow it to be published to get out there. Because, you can produce all kinds of stuff. We produce all kinds of stuff. It doesn't get out there.
Yeah.
Those in control of the media, those handling the fruit, sister, made a concerted effort to make that, to allow that to be proliferated.
What you just said as well about the people who are actually the performers not making a stand. That's really important.
Yes.
Because when we looked at the life of Samuel L. Jackson, and in looking at his life and in looking at his achievements, they're all awards that he's received from various places. But the thing that struck me the most about him is that he's been married for 27 years. That's a major achievement.
Yes.
And it's a major achievement where he's been able to be productive in a specific field based on the foundation that he has. Now, in any of his films, you never, ever, ever see him as a married man with children, brothers and sisters.
Sister.
It just doesn't happen.
Which black man do you?
Exactly. And I think that was the point that stood out for me, and that was the point that I emphasised to the boys. The reason why he's able to go and be successful, and the reason why he's able to live towards and fulfil his potential is because of the family background that he has. They will never show that, they will never say that. He's been married since 1980. That's a major achievement.
Okay. And it's like you had to dig to get that information.
But I had to dig, and that's the point. The point is that they give us an image, it's an illusion, brothers and sisters, an illusion that's been given to us. So you've got to be a gangster bitch or a roughneck or what this or that. But we don't, because at the end of the day, brother is going home, and he's going home to his wife and his family, who pulled him. Like he was also a drug addict, a terrible drug addict. But they was the one. They, according to him and according to what he said, they were the ones who put him in rehab and got him through rehab. Without them, he would have been a roughneck. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Who?
Without his family, without God, without his wife and family who were there to support him, he would have been, and he would have stayed, a roughneck. So it's about us understanding that family is so crucial, and don't believe the hype. Don't believe that just because someone's on TV with their cap turned backwards and, walking like that, don't think that they go home like that. They don't.
Yes.
They go home to a normal family life, and no doubt they wash the dishes just like everyone else.
I remember hearing an interview from one of the producers of the rap in the 90s. I can't remember where I heard it, but he was saying that in regards to Yo MTV Raps, remember that used to come on, Yo MTV Raps? And the groups that used to go on there to do their rap, they were encouraged to act black and nigger it up, to project that dysfunctional bruise, nigger it up, but to sell the bruise as something good. So I concur with what you're saying in the visual world, and it's made its impact in the audio world, So the mid to late 90s rap We had Tupac Shakur with his underpants up, his boxer shorts and his trousers round his. That's the first place I saw that.
Okay.
It was Tupac Shakur on those videos that used to come on the TV, you know, and the you know, no belt, the low rider trousers. We had NWA talking about being dressed in the county blues. Their outfit was the county blues. That's a prison uniform, prison outfit, you know. So the bruise was switched, turned into something good, glamorized, and packaged by the handlers of the fruit and sold to us. Yeah, brothers and sisters, we're looking at girls, guns, gangs. We're looking at the female trying to equal herself up to the male when the head of the male has been bruised, has been damaged. So this is where I'm going with this. Yeah. Okay,
but I'm thinking about it in terms of mental, on the mental as well, on the mental level. And you're talking about I know that within falsehood, there's always an element of truth in there. And I know that within this society, what they do, brothers and sisters, is that they give us an illusion that's an outright lie. But there's also sometimes, because we're sleeping so much, or because we've become so dead to the knowledge of self, that they actually give us elements of truth in there, and we don't even realise it. It's like we were talking about the cigarette packets, and it's gotten to a stage now where we're so dead to the knowledge of self and how much damage that cigarettes do to us, that they can put smoking kills on the front of a packet in big dirty bold letters, and we will still take them and say it relaxes me, you know. I smoke because it relaxes me. So you know,
can't get more relaxed than dead. No, that's true.
So
wow,
we know that there's an element of truth in there, and you know, if they're saying, if they're giving us like police, prison uniforms, county blues, you know, no shoelaces, no belt, and everything else, isn't that them preparing us for what they think is our ultimate goal? Prison.
Definitely, a commodity in prison. Yeah, commodity. However, I shouldn't say but. However, you know. I'm always hearing that it's the female is the one who is more aware of what's happening in their environment. The female is the watchwoman, in truth, or has been the watchwoman, as we as the black man seem to, you know, follow each trend as it comes. But in order to get the female involved in this now, she's been absolutely taken off her post, because the women are, the girls are equaling themselves up to men in this dysfunctional state. So we have girls, guns, gangs.
Okay, first and foremost, I think it's really important to make a distinction. The feminine side of the nature of God is different to the female. Because the feminine side of, I can be female and not be in tune with the feminine side of the nature of God within me.
Yeah, tell me.
And with, I've got to get used to looking at the camera, brothers and sisters. And with the feminine side of the nature of God, that means that God gives me vision, because we're blind. We're dead to the knowledge of self. We're blind to the knowledge of ourselves. And God is the one who is the all-seeing. He's the all-knowing.